Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Non patiata et stulti. I suffer no fools. You can't convince me with that particular argument. It's not going to work. Our kith and kindred are not broke. They are mentally bankrupt because they've been Western social engineered to be that way. They're not broke. You can walk into any brother's room and they will have every color of sneaker or tennis shoe you can find. What they would spend on a watch or a belt. Do I really have to go into what women spend for fake nails and everything else? Do I gotta go there? Really? Our current fiscal budget law is $2,790,000,000 in gold. A handful of our folks put up the equivalent of one so-called dollar in silver, one so-called euro in silver. Could fund our fiscal budget law. We have entertainers, sports athletes with endorsement contracts. Michael Jordan, we made him. He's got over $9 billion in worthless paper in his stacks. He could literally fund our fiscal budget law by himself. His stacks won't even notice, and he'll make it back within 18 months or less. Our folks are not broke. Our folks' choices, our folks' priorities are messed up. We got our brothers across the ocean that play football. They build hospitals, take care of villages. And their stacks are still large. Because over here, our folks move individually. And so we grow very slowly on this side of the ocean. You know this. There are far more Amexem-Moor-Empire nationals on the mother continent than over here. Because over there, our family over there still moves as a unit. Not over here. Our folks over here are crabs in the barrel and they love it. Not everyone. That's the rule though. Folks talk different, but their actions? Most of our kith and kindred are terrified of the colonizing hostiles and their melanated puppets. They take their engineering without a fight. They want toys and trinkets. And they think they can only get those toys and trinkets from the colonizing hostiles. So they beg and plead and they kowtow to the colonizing hostiles and their melanated puppets. You went into the illusion? You went into the dream? All right, but these are the rules. And our folks bow down to the rules because they figure this is the only way to go. The ancestor Martin Luther King, good, bad, or indifferent. What you think about him? About his work? You got to realize, towards the end of his lifespan on this planet, in his own words, I think I left my folks in a direction where they headed into a burning house. I'm paraphrasing what he said. But he came to the realization he messed up. I'm not going to hold it against him. It was a step along the path for our kith and kindred across this planet towards our global awakening. Good, bad, or indifferent. A necessary step. We had to get that poison out of our system. But he realized being merely educated as opposed to being learned has severe consequences. But turning that ship in a different direction was not going to happen in his era. He knew that. He said, I'm going to get there with you. He knew that. It's on us to do it now. Our kith and kindred are horrified. They're terrified of the colonized and hostiles. And for no good reason. We had the same exact 24 standard Earth hours on this planet that the colonized and the hostiles do. But they do it theirs, but we do it ours. It's two separate and distinct things. What we do, what the colonized and hostiles do, and what most of our kith and kindred do are separate and distinct things. And there are consequences to the mental sloth of 99.9999999% of our melanated kith and kindred across this planet. They will continue to kowtow to the colonized and hostiles and beg them for their microchips and their barcodes on their physical bodies to gain access to their system. Instead of, wait, you mean to tell me we can actually have our system independent of the colonized and hostiles? Every time we've attempted to do so, they bombed it. They took out Rosewood. They took out, quote unquote, Black Wall Street. Look what they did to Patrice Lumumba. And all the way down the line. Look what they did in South Amexem and all the way down the line. And that is your alleged excuse? Really? Really? That's your alleged excuse, is my response. You have nothing to lose. You're already dead, is going to be my response. So figure it out. Nobody dropped nukes on us. Mental nukes? Yes. Spiritual nukes? Yes. You can recover if you put the work in. The physical nukes, they dropped 2. A generation and a half later, on who they dropped those nukes on, they were buying all their land vessels. And their TVs. And back then their VCRs and compact discs, etc. all. Really? Our folks have mental sloth and poor priorities. They're not broke. And what they allow shall continue. They have to see it, Grand Noble. We can't make them see it. No matter how practical and sensible it is, we cannot make them see it. And they won't act until they do.